Alright, for the next video here, we're going to look at what we call the rev phase of your throw. Okay, so the video on the left is your final throw of the session. Your video on the right was your first throw of the session. So we're going to compare the two, and I'll take you through it here. So the video on the left is the final throw, much more improved rev versus on the right. Okay, just to kind of talk our way through it a little bit. The idea of rev is to separate your hands, as we said, equal and opposite. So where your palms are facing the ground when you get yourself to that rev position. So you can see the idea of equal opposite. We have a little bit of disconnect in your arms on the left hand side. We want to try to keep it a little bit more symmetrical, where both arms are looking to do the same exact thing, but much improved from the video on the right, where you can see as you're actually not even separating, you're just pushing that football to what we call the vertical L, which is a position that you want to pass through as you're working through your motion, but you don't want to push the ball there and start from there. So if you watch as both videos simultaneously run, the amount of momentum that you can create on the left is far greater than that on the right. If you watch the one on the right, that becomes just a pulling down effect. Okay. So that's our rev phase of the throw. Much improved. Good stuff. Now the second thing we want to work on after the rev becomes the race and squeeze. Okay, race and squeeze. The race is your throwing elbow is in a race against your chest. By the time you get face up to your target right now, you want that elbow to be driving forward and winning the race. So as you can see, this elbow is in pretty good position to win the race. Now we can help ourselves out even more when we really start to work on using that squeeze even more. The squeeze is the front side arm, which helps keep our body closed. Okay? So what we want to see from this rev position is the race and the squeeze working together. You see how your elbow timing right now, you have your squeeze is completed right now, and your elbow is still on its way to pop position. Ideally, by the time your squeeze hits right now, you want your elbow to also be at pop position, which is right here. You want to try to get that elbow as far out to your target as you can at the exact moment that you complete your squeeze. Right now you can see your elbow is ripping to the side of your body, which is pulling your front shoulder open, and that's also pulling your chest out in front a little more than we'd like. So you are winning the race, but you're barely winning the race. If you can use your squeeze better, you can make it more easy to win the race and make much better use of your arm and your arm path. Okay? Now, other good things here are the extension that you get. So your elbow wants to drive as far towards your target as possible before you begin to release your elbow and extend it. So this is really great stuff here. Great extension, driving your elbow through pop position. All we want to work on is our elbow timing. Squeeze and pop happening together instead of 1, 2. Okay? But good stuff here. The other thing you see when you rip your front elbow to the side is you start to use your chest coming forward. Makes it harder to win the race, and you also see that slight angle of your back. Okay? We want to try to lessen that angle so that your hips are staying back in the throw and you're more upright through the course of the throwing action. Now, if you look at the video on the right, you are way more upright here. This angle versus this angle. So there's absolutely improvement going on in the video on the left compared to the video on the right. But the idea is to stay back in the throw as much as possible to make it as easy as we can to win the race with our elbow, which then makes the throw far more effective. We get more out of our arm by basically doing less. It's more like understanding our body, how it moves, to maximize our abilities. So that's the rev. Right, we got rev, and then we're thinking brace, squeeze to maximize what we can do. Passing through pop position, driving our elbow as far as we can towards our target, and then extending. And that's good stuff on the left-hand side. Again, a little more work to be done, but dramatic improvement from what you have going on the right-hand side. And again, we'll kind of sync them back up here. You can see definite improvement and even better extension on the left. Less body lean, good usage of your arm, good usage of mechanics.